Let's live our life every day, as if it's our last day. Actually, every second, every minute, as if it is the last one. When I am saying this, am I only telling you who is watching me? No, I am fast talking to myself. I am reminding myself every day, every minute, that in this life, which is a journey, which we don't know the day we will exit it and how we will, let's be ready for death. What name are we leaving behind? Good evening. Welcome to Karaoke Moments, where we discuss about life conversations, and our tagline is life is a journey, walking in. Why we say walking it is because life is not a one-time thing. You are born, you mature, you get married, you get old, and you die. Sometimes though, it might not go all through the processes, but whichever part of the life that you are in, with whatever age that you are in, life is a journey, walking it. So in this channel, we discuss about life, we discuss about faith, we discuss about hope, we discuss about traveling, motivational, resilience, matters of heart. Because in life, you never know. All you need to do is walk in it. We also say that in life, it is like when you're traveling, there is bus stop after bus stop. And even if you're not using the bus, there is train stop after train stop. And even if you're not using a train, you are walking, you'll be passing one building to the other, one step to the other, because life is a journey. And in today's conversation, we are going to discuss about death. You know, D-E-A-T-H, death. Before we continue, have you subscribed? Subscribe, like this video, give us your comments so that we may know where we are at, and so that everybody in Karaoke Moments can be able to connect with you. You're also welcome to continue helping other people to subscribe by sharing our videos, by making us be able to share about our conversation in this channel. And when we do that, we'll be able to connect. So what are we going to discuss today about death? Death speaks to me. You know, I'm this one kind of a person that when I hear about death, it sobers me up. You know, I don't know how death occurs to you. And actually this week, I'm mourning with a friend whose dad died. And this is a friend who I knew even back at home because it is in Kenya. And we've been talking about, you know, how friends share about their parents, their families, their siblings. I know this, my friend, is very close to now the late dad. And every time we would meet and discuss about our families, I knew how close this man and the dad were. And now imagine we are talking about the late. He's no longer there. Actually, he was buried, I think 4 days ago. And every time we could talk, when he was preparing to travel, because he is living with me as well here in England, he had to travel back home for the last funeral arrangements and burying his dad. Every time we were talking, even in his death, before he traveled home, he was talking about the goodness and the good memories that he has for his dad. And I remember his mourning is different. You can hear the tone. You can hear them missing the dad moments. And even actually today when I spoke to him, he was just still talking of it's unbelievable. You know how you know you've laid your dad in a tomb, in the grave, and all the memories that are coming are memories. Death can only bring you memories. And you know what? It can give you two kinds of memories, the good and the bad. And we can only be able to make ourselves be ready for what kind of report or conversations that we want to raise upon our death. Do we want to be remembered for the good or for the bad? We can only make our name when we are living. And when I thought about that, I don't know. As I said, death gives me times to sober up. Because at times we forget we think we are here forever. At times we think we have a lot of time when we are younger and think, oh, maybe I will mend up. I will be better. I will make a good name when I get old. But I think as a believer of life is a journey, it is an everyday check. An everyday check. Because you never even know. In my language, in my second language, which is Kiswahili, we normally say, we carry, I think even in my vernacular, it's one of a very common African verb because I've heard also in other cultures and tribes, like we carry death with our clothes. Every day when you wake up, it's like when you dress up, you are ready to die because nobody will tell you when you're going to die. For those ones who believe in God, we believe it's only God who knows when we were born, how we will travel through the journey, when we will die. As I always like to say in this channel, I am a midwife by training as well. And I remember when I was a student midwife back at home in Kenya, it used to humble me to see women carrying their pregnancies all the way up to term, 9 months, maybe even at a pregnancy that was very, very safe with no complications. Maybe it's even their only pregnancy, maybe their first one and very precious to them. Sometimes it could have been a pregnancy after a couple of losses, maybe 3 or so or miscarriages, and they deliver and the baby does not cry, as we normally like to say in layman's language, cry. But I know for midwives who could be watching, I know we say upgar score, like there's a way we score to say a baby has died. By layman's language, let's say cry. And do you know that baby comes out flat, like they don't even breathe and they die. And honestly, I would wonder, and when I was a student, as I'm saying, I would wonder why. And you see, these are the questions back again to Christians who believe in God, who we say for real, death, it's only God who knows. When we are conceived, who we are conceived to, and when we will die. How we come into this world and how we will die and when. So my discussion today being about death is how we can only be able to place a good name upon us or a bad name upon us when we are living. As I am saying, my friend, when we were talking about the death of his dad, this is in my soberness. Even as I'm mourning by extension with my friend, I kept on imagining every time we would meet, because this is my friend that was in college, and we were in college together, though he was younger, like he was behind me in college. You know how you can be a senior student, someone is junior. So that's so many years ago, and we've worked together as friends. So every time we would meet, even back in college or after we qualified and started working, he would still talk about his dad. And when he's going home, you would see the bubbleness in his heart. And talking about, oh, I have to go and see my dad. Oh, my dad, especially when he started ailing, is unwell. You would see the concern and always saying, oh my God, my dad is so sick. I don't know what to do. And even he started saying he wishes his dad is going to live longer. Are you seeing? Because of the goodness that man, God bless him, he's now rested. He had acted his life to be a dad. You know, you can only be a father sometimes. You can be a father because you fathered a child. But how do those children see you? You can be a mother because those babies came through you. But how do these children see you? Are you mommy to them? Are you a mother that they are proud about? About dad? Are you a dad? Are you close to your children? And I'm not ignorant. At times life throws us off balance. And maybe even when you wanted to be a dad or a mom, separation might come. And when separation comes, a father or a dad may be away from the children, or a mother can be away from the children. But the responsibility of being a dad or a mom, I don't think it will ever be substantiated. Like, you have no excuse. You can co-parent. You can have a central good relationship with the father of the children and the mother of children, even if your relationship has gone apart. because these children can only be left with memories, And this takes me again to something like, even when we appreciate people, like, have this belief in me. If I want to appreciate someone or to give a bunch of flowers, I'll give you your bunch of flowers when you're living. My mom, I want to thank God she's still alive. This is the only time she can be able to have flowers from me, have a pair of shoes from me, be able to eat what she would like if I can afford. If I can't afford, be able to tell her, Mommy, hey, listen, I will not afford now. Give me some time. Because I imagine the day she will die. I know there is all this, sometimes when people die, we want to even hire the best cars for the body to be carried. Make a big name. Some of us, our cultures, make a feast in the village to leave a big name, yeah? So that they can say, oh, family of so-and-so. They buried their mom well. They buried their dad well. And remember, this dad, this mom, we are burying with a very big show and everybody eating. Some of us, even funerals go for 2 weeks, 1 month. People are still eating. But my heart and how I look at life is, how about if my mom can be able to eat that meat now? Not when I'm slaughtering the cows and goats for people to come and eat when she's lying there, when she can't even see them, when she can't even be able to feel the shoes and the good dress that she's in. If it's a man, your dad cannot even be able to feel or bless you for buying him a suit. But at that point when he's dead, you're running to the best suit shop so that he can be able to put the most expensive. And at times, by the way, in a humble way, we only do this for the sake of those who are living, so that they can be able to say, oh, hey, did you see how he buried or she buried? A big ceremony for the dad of the mom. So back to our matters of death. What I'm saying is, death to me specifically speaks to me. Speaks to me. Other than mourning, just mourning and crying and feeling sad, I sober up and know that I carry death with my clothes every minute when I rise up in the morning. I don't even know how the second minute will be. I don't even know how the next hour will be. I don't even know how the day will end. Neither do you know tomorrow. Neither do you know whether you'll be able to celebrate your next birthday. And it reminds me of, sometimes you hear people saying, especially married people, sorry if I'm going to rub your, please bear with me. You are working so hard to invest. But as a husband, as a wife, you're saying, let me keep this one on the side a little bit so that she doesn't know what I'm keeping. Let me keep this one a little bit so that he doesn't know what I'm keeping. A wife will say, what if I die? He will come and marry and take everything to the other women. What if I die? A man will be saying, she will go with everything. And you're working very hard for the same family, for the same children. Actually, some people even put their insurance money, money that you put in insurances, policies. You don't even tell your partner. And or your wife, husband, what happens is when you die, that money is cumulatively goes back to the government. Actually, it will even now be utilized by the government the way they want. You didn't even put a next of kin. You didn't even put a name to that. You didn't even say who is going to write to get the monies. And actually, it reminds me of writing a will. Is it easy? By the way, it is not. It is one of those difficult discussions and conversations in life. But I've also seen when people die, maybe fathers to the family or mothers to the family, and children now are coming up to try even and get the estate, whatever that has been left behind, to try and divide amongst themselves. There's quarrels. Some of them even end using all the monies they have in court as they are trying to struggle and everything. So to me, how I look at life is, we need to work every day. If you're a couple, for example, a husband and a wife, what is this you're hiding so much, so important, such that you feel you want to keep it for yourself? Even the children that you are living for and wanting to have a good life, remember, you don't know when you'll die. What if you die, for example, when they're 5 years old? Those children will live like orphans who are destitute, and their dad or their mom had worked and had the money, but because you hid, because you did not want to say where the money is, the children will suffer. The children will go to school in a suffering way. Maybe the husband will be left with bills to pay, or the wife will be left with bills to pay, and there's money circulating somewhere. Let's live our life every day, as if it's our last day. Actually, every second, every minute, as if it is the last one. When I am saying this, am I only telling you who is watching me? No, I am first talking to myself. I am reminding myself every day, every minute, that in this life, which is a journey, which we don't know the day we will exit it and how we will, let's be ready for death. What name are we leaving behind? What memories are we leaving for our people who are going to be left behind? And before we continue, if you are new in this channel, welcome to Karaoke Moments. Please remember to subscribe, like our video, continue sharing with your friends. And if you've already subscribed, welcome home, because you have been here. And thank you. Continue commenting, continue supporting us. So as we come to thinking and ending of this video, I would like us still to continue and sober up. By the way, let me give you a story, yeah? Story time. Remember? Story time. I was working in a hospital, and I would see, many years back, I would see how people would walk into the hospital. And one scenario is a man who walked into the hospital, and when they walked into the hospital, they, unfortunately, one thing led to the other, they died. And I remember when the wife came, now when you call them as a nurse and you tell them someone has died, when the woman came, who is the wife of that man came, all she said was, now, who is going to drive his big car from the parking area to take it home? And I remember when the nurses, we were many, I was junior, so I wasn't the one doing the talking. It's the senior nurses talking and asking her. She said, because the husband had never let her even touch the key to that car, she's never been allowed to drive. So she said, unless I call my son to come and do it. And you would see how she was like, oh, at least now I'll be driving a car. I don't know the message. Maybe I overthought. But what I'm saying is, how about if she knew how to drive? Maybe there are even better memories that could have been left with them. What I'm saying is, even women are found in those moments of feeling like they want to hide a little bit for them. Am I lying? Comment. Men as well are left with a little bit. At times, even people hide children. Like you have a child and you hide your fiancé. You don't want to tell the lady, oh, I had one or two, I slid somewhere and have one or two before we got married. And they become a stumbling block, even in death. When children will be coming to say, my dad has died, I want inheritance. Or even ladies at times, by the way, remember, life is a journey. Even ladies, we can do such. So what I want to say is, in moments of death, let's sober up, because it's here with us. We are carrying it with our clothes. How have you left your name? How have you decorating your names now? Or when you die, that is when your children will celebrate. That is when they will throw a party and say, oh, finally, at least my mom has died. Or finally, my dad has died. Now we can be able to even smile in this family. We can be able to laugh in this family. As a man, they're like, phew, good riddance to bad wife. Or a wife will be like, phew, good riddance to a bad husband. What name are we creating? Continue in our conversations here. Please hit subscription. Subscribe, yes. Continue liking our videos and commenting. Share with your friends. Let's continue being a big family, because life is a journey. Walk in it. So continue turning on all your notifications so that once we release a video, you don't miss it. You'll get it on time. Thank you so much. Let's connect here next time. Bye. See you then. Bye-bye.